The Republican runoff for Georgia governor has included a lot of talk about guns, trucks, and secretly recorded tapes. Our Georgia Capitol correspondent Ashley Bridges wanted to get past all of that and talk to candidate and current Secretary of State Kemp about the issues, specifically those that would affect Savannah and Southeast Georgia.
I'm sitting at home in Savannah. What?
Kemp says he knows a lot because he's been to all the counties surrounding Savannah and actually all 159 counties in Georgia. So he's seen more than the port and the local tourism area.
I've also been to local machine shops down there that are doing business with people all over the world that are helping support Gulfstream and that manufacturing facility. So there's just it's another one of those areas where there's just so much good stuff going on. In some ways, we don't need the government to get in the way.
One thing he would be willing to get in the way of, offshore drilling.
Look, I support offshore drilling. I just don't want it to be off the coast of Savannah.
Another area where he says he could add value in development are the more rural counties like Candler County, which has been fighting to keep its hospital.
More government money to rural hospitals is not going to solve that issue. If you continue to have population declines in rural Georgia, if the tax base is shrinking, if there are no good opportunities to keep young people in those communities.
Kemp says his plan to strengthen rural Georgia can address all those issues. So on statewide issues, were those ads substance or just showmanship? Well, Kemp says he's sticking to his guns, literally.
Is there any sort of common sense gun legislation, or is there no place for further legislation in Georgia?
Well, I think there's a place for expanding the Second Amendment. Curbing it, I would not be in support of that.
Kemp does say that the one thing that may have been a bit overblown was his comments on rounding up quote-unquote criminal aliens.
It's so funny about that because the left just went absolutely crazy about that commercial. I'm talking about, you know, dangerous drug-dealing thugs and gangs.
But he says clarifications aside, he's staying with what he said.
Yep, I just said that.
And he's not concerned that his unabashed demeanor might inhibit his ability to get things done.
You can have the status quo if you want it, but if you want somebody that's going to really not be beholden to the special interest and is going to literally be thinking about putting Georgians first every day, I'm your guy, and I'll be your guy in November.
Reporting in Atlanta, I'm Ashley Bridges, WSAV News 3.
Kemp was endorsed by President Trump yesterday. Vice President Mike Pence will attend a rally in Macon to show his support this weekend. The winner of Tuesday's runoff will face Democrat Stacey Abrams in November, the first African-American woman nominee for governor in U.S. history.